The following program is rated TV MAL, TV MALS, TV MALSV. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Okay, wait. If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes! Whoa.
Welcome back, everybody, to This Week in Bullshit. I am your host, Justin Proper. Welcome to the 69th This Week in Bullshit stream. I am so excited for this. This is a good show because we have very appropriate guests on here for the 69th show. My good friend, we haven't been on a stream together in a while on each other's channels, but I'm glad he is here today. Lethal Lightning, what is up, man?
G'day, I'm very happy to be here. He told me there was 69 something, and I decided to come over. I didn't realize it was a stream.
Well, you know what? We can always do that later whenever I'm in Australia.
Gay!
Very gay, yes. And speaking of gay, Yeti Cat is also here. How you doing, man?
Oh, I was good before that intro.
All jokes, man. All jokes, man. And we have another member from the Full Aussie, our other special guest of honor, Lyndon Hall. Lyndon, it is so good to finally meet you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
No one has ever said that to him ever.
Well, who the fuck is this guy?
maybe this should be the first of many. So get used to it. We're going to say hello to the chat here real quick. We got Roger Haynes. Roger, it is so good to see you here. Let's see what the super sticker was. A good old thumbs up. I love a thumbs up from Roger. That means we are going to have a good stream. Me82, thank you for the €2, says, or £2, excuse me. Truly a number to celebrate. Yes, 69 truly is. What's up, L Punk Tracy? Good to see you. Theme Park Casuals, Stone Cold Jeremy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hail Justin and the wonderful panel. Hail to the amazing chat. Hope everyone is having a good day. Looking forward to a good stream.
Don't trigger Justin there.
No, you're not gonna. No, it's not gonna happen. Not today. But yes, it's gonna be a great stream. We have a lot of hilarious stories. Really?
What the fuck was that?
Really? Really? You had to make the pee joke? All right. I see how it is. That was pretty brilliant, by the way. I didn't know you were going to do that. I didn't even know you knew about that. What's up, John42? Keely Chow said hello to Theme Park Casuals. Runner is here. Shellback is here. We got one of the toxic Aussie twins. Nick is here. Good to see you. And I think, and hey, Kai is here as well. Yeah, it's our 69th show. Do you want to borrow my scissors clip? I don't know what that is at the moment, but yeah, maybe. You have the link, by the way, so you can come and join us. So let's start out with a couple of interesting, funny stories that was brought to my attention. So this one, as we start out with, was a kind of a surprise to me. Like, I did not see that coming. This comes from, I think, YetiCast. You said something about it, right?
I'll have to see which story it was.
Oh, it's going to be these fucking stupid igloos.
Oh, yeah.
Are living in. This one. So, if this high school is forcing all the kids in the band, in the concert band, to be in their little igloos, to, I guess, stop the spread of COVID. And look at this poor guy, this poor fellow right here. If you see him, the stupid picture's on it. But yeah, the tuba guy. Does that look comfortable to you? Does that look like it's comfortable at all? Culture Casino, welcome here. Thank you for being here. What do you think of these kids who are in high
His stool has to be so short in order to fit in there.
I know, he's literally looking up. Like, how do you do this? How do you play in these conditions?
That's got to be a lot worse than any potential dangers of actually just being in the open.
Right. Oh, by the way, what is up, Culture Casino? Good to see you here.
Hey, I'm sorry I was tardy. I was doing some work, so now I'm not doing work. So here I am. And the igloo kids look silly. They look
Yes. Well, speaking of igloo kids, Kai is here with us. What do you think about these children in igloos?
What's this about igloos? I was actually I didn't hear the story because I was getting set up and muted the thing.
This high school is for some reason for COVID-19 protection. They are forcing the kids in the concert band to perform and practice their music in these little tents here. They call them igloos to prevent the spread, which I don't see. I don't get it. Why would they? Why would? And
Justin,
it's funny.
I think pod people is the preferred nomenclature. You can't say igloo.
Pod people.
Wow.
You prefer pod people because they're green? Is that it?
Dude, so how does the look at the guy with the big old what's the thing called? The big thing? Tuba?
Trombone?
The tuba. It's not a trombone.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I didn't do band.
Is it a tuba?
Yes.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. I'd love to see a drummer in his little bubble, like trying to make it happen.
The bubble band. Yeah, it reminds me of Seinfeld. You remember the episode of with the bubble boy? That's what this reminds me of in a way. It's so weird. But apparently they're what was that?
I was going to say, this whole thing looks like a fucking Kojima school. I picture Kojima being the teacher there.
Yeah, I kind of see that too. What's Kojima, by the way? I really don't know.
You know, like the fucking baby in the jar.
Oh.
No. Oh my god.
No,
Death
I just
Stranding,
like
baby in the fucking jar. You know, fucking. You're an uncultured swine. You know.
What's up, memes of destruction? Well, what's going on? Kids are forced to be in igloos, what they call. Oh God, Soul Assassin! This one time at band camp, that would be yeah. That's a great story to tell to the kids. You know what? I love this Twitter post. It said this generation is fucked. Very, very appropriate, and people are just not happy about it. And you know what? I don't blame them. But this one person says, unless you're a pro footballer, because then even though we cannot travel or hold our dying granny's hand, we can slobber over each other whenever we go, wherever we go. So that offers a good point. So I guess it depends on the school, depends on what you're going for. But I think this is a little too extreme.
A cello would be pretty bad too. Can you imagine trying to do that?
Yeah. Or really or any violin, because you have to stick your arm out and everything. Yeah, it would just be too tall. This is just unrealistic, and I don't think it helps anybody. And I think most of the people in the chat would agree with that. This is ridiculous.
And the music would suck.
Tall?
Yeah, you can't hear it because you can't hear what they're playing. It's all muffled
through digitally or something, or is it just contained in that little bubble?
It's just contained in the bubble, and it must get hot in there.
How can you tell if somebody's off?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's
in this day and age, no one can be off. Everyone's right.
Thank you, Matthew, for the super chat. Easier to put the two toxic gas into those bubbles. Oh yeah, I guess so. I suppose it's a little a little morbid, but okay then. Let's talk about something a little less morbid. So these custom inspectors have found cocaine-coated cornflakes. This is something that in Ohio that I'm not particularly proud of. But if you ever get a little bit hyped up on your cornflakes, this is the reason why.
They're great.
How much do your cornflakes cost over there?
It must cost a lot now. That if they weren't recalled already, yeah, it must be worth quite a bit. I don't know. They're like $2 a box, worth more now.
200.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be 200. People are gonna really be begging for cornflakes.
Dude, that really sucks if a former addict, someone who's been clean, accidentally got some of those.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. That would. But you know what doesn't suck? What's actually quite miraculous? Going on to this one that I just found so absurd that I couldn't even process this. Like when I first read it, I didn't believe it. This woman in Indonesia claims that a gust of wind caused her to become pregnant.
What, carrying semen?
Yeah, I guess it must have just been the colors of the wind or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Like, how does it's like Steve Kenobi on Mary's stream saying the wind did it. Woo! If you guys remember that. It's insane. Like, she just said that she was just standing there, and then she claims that it happened within an hour while she was lying face down on the floor during the afternoon.
Well, that's only part of this, I believe. She was lying face down when it happened.
Was anything else happening at the time?
Getting wrecked.
And yeah,
I think we just got to respect that the wind's got a lot of pickup game, and we can probably learn from it.
Seriously.
But its pull-out game's pretty weak.
Was it a rough wind or was it gentle breeze? Like,
it was a gust. It was a gust of wind that just floated inside of her.
Wow.
That's what it claims. I don't know. I don't know how this works. This is insane. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you believe this? Because I don't. Like, this is one of the most ridiculous excuses that I've ever heard. What is this baby? The second coming? Like, what is this?
Well, the first coming led to the baby.
While you're going,
Are we culture? Are we going to go to hell for this?
No, just Kai.
Well, perhaps so. But
conservative region though, right? Isn't it?
Right. And I know that Raging Ryno, he has to work today, but he could have taken advice from this Arizona man who decided to fake his own kidnapping just to avoid going into work. How bad
This sounds
must
overly complicated for him.
But how bad must your job be that you're willing to take these precautions and just are willing to make up a story like this? How bad does your job have to be? Like, isn't it easier just to quit?
Maybe there's probably something going on that day that he really wanted to be a part of.
Can you name something?
The Snyder Cut.
Sorry, I've been kidnapped, and that actually might work. I've been bounded and gagged, and I'm forced to watch the Snyder Cut against my own will.
That's right, bitch, and you're gonna like it.
That sounds like a good night to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing.
This is a Snyder stream now.
Thank you, Matthew. And she named him Jesus. Yes, the baby that was born through the gust of wind. Thank you again for the super chat. Ryno is here. He says, I'm here in spirit. Well, you're here in the chat, and that we love.
How
oh my
bad
gosh.
do you have to be at sex? Or like how bad who is that guy that she's like, no, I'm not going to admit to having sex with him. I'm not.
Raging
I'm just gonna
Ryno.
say it was a miracle.
Really?
Damn.
Raging Ryno doesn't look that bad. What are you talking about?
You sure you're not thinking of Lyndon?
I'm saying the guy who got her pregnant.
Well, I don't know. Lyndon's hiding away, and he has a kangaroo. So I don't know if I would pork-a-roo or anything, but
Kangaroo is the leanest, best protein meat in the world.
You really think so?
Is it really?
Oh, you ever had it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, here in the States, we used to have kangaroo meat in Jack in the Box tacos for a period.
He's talking about having sex with it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about, you weirdo? But I didn't know about that with the Jack in the Box.
I'm the weirdo.
It's got a whole extra hole that you've never felt before.
I'm done.
But I actually didn't know about that Jack in the Box thing. Terminus says, thank you for the super chat. When that lady gives birth, her water is going to break, and she's going to break wind. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like you guys in the chat. You're funny today. Runner says, I find it funny how Justin isn't annoyed that Snyder is brought up this time. No, because it's fine. I accept it when Lethal does it. It's okay. It was only when they were talking about Mandalorian when they brought up the Snyder cut I got annoyed. But that is over. So, yeah. Raging Ryno admits that he's a weirdo. Yeah. How weird is weird for Raging Ryno? Like, to what point are we talking about? You guys know him better than I do.
Do we?
Well, like, pretty bad.
Okay. All right, then. Fair enough.
No, it's not. It's not fair.
Okay. Well, at any rate, this I found pretty funny. So everyone this week was wishing Kurt Cobain, the late Kurt Cobain, a happy birthday. He was the singer of Nirvana who passed away. Thank you, Nina. Happy 69th.
That's so funny you mentioned that, because I think Lyndon might have heard this, but my friend's theory about how Kurt Cobain could still be alive today. Have I told you this, Lyndon?
Yeah, you told me last.
Yeah. My friend, last time I caught up with him, we're just hanging out and all that, and he had this crazy ass theory on how Kurt Cobain could still be alive. It's very simple. He said to me, he looks me in the eye and he says, if Kurt Cobain just beat her up once, he'd still be alive. And the more I thought about it, the more I agreed with him.
Oh my God.
This wouldn't have happened to Axl Rose. That's what I'll say.
But then my counter to that was like, well, think about it. Because you know how it was the neighbor's shotgun, right? Like, if Kurt Cobain came to me and asked for my shotgun, I'd be thinking, holy shit, he's going to kill that bitch. Here, take it.
Oh, God. Well, at any rate, I believe he is alive and well, and people were wishing him a happy. Yeah, people were wishing him a happy birthday today, and he's alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. I think I saw him in a movie a few years ago. I don't remember.
Wow.
Is that,
I know.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain was that red car, remember?
Yeah, and I know this is usually used for black people, but I thought this was appropriate.
We don't all look alike. You're exactly all black and famous. You are guilty.
It'll ever fucking play.
I love
We
it.
don't all look alike. You're exactly all black and famous. You are guilty. I am guilty.
Next question.
I know it doesn't work here, but I figured, that's the closest thing to it. We don't all look alike here.
Justin, do you think if Kurt Cobain beat up Courtney, he'd still be alive?
No.
Well, just think about it. Trust me, the more you think about it, the more logic there is to it.
I'm pretty sure. Now they're comparing Owen Wilson to the Statue of Liberty, a mural in Kurt Cobain's memory of David Spade. Oh my God, a lot of crazy shit here. So I thought that was pretty funny. But there's other celebrity news here that I just thought that this was one of the most ridiculous things I've heard. Madonna posted this the other day. She says, the patriarchy continues to try to crush my neck with their heavy boots, cut off my life force, and take away my voice. Even those who call themselves artists. You know who you are. Death to the patriarchy. Now and forever. Hashtag risk what you value. Hashtag value what you risk. Yes, because
if the patriarchy, if the patriarchy stepping on your neck gets you millions of dollars and famous around the world, sign me up.
Right?
Seriously,
I think they just need to put on. Oh, sorry. I think they just need to put on a heavier boot.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? This is what's just strange to me is that Madonna, like, who's like I said just the other day, and just in response to this, I had said yes, Madonna, you are correct. I, as a white male, am more privileged than you, Madonna, one of the most famous pop artists of all and successful pop artists of all time. Yes, but because I am a male, of course, I am more privileged than you, who spends millions of dollars to just have her pool water, a certain type of tap water, like a specific kind. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. She is not one to be talking about this. She's the last person who should be saying anything about a patriarchy or having privilege at all. No, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, the patriarchy needs to step up its game.
Seriously. Yeah, it's not crushing Madonna at all. She's fine sobbing in her mansion full of money.
This is like me complaining about the oppressive laws in another country.
Yeah.
And how they affect me.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, in Mexico, I couldn't do this if I was in Mexico. Oh, woe is me.
Patriarchy is keeping me down, says the woman who's had so many fillers it looks like an elephant sat on her face. Oh man. Woo. It's pretty rough. Yeah, where's Buffy when you need her? Yeah. Who's Wookiee Supremacy says she looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Share that one.
Well, oh, you got something? Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, let's go for it.
Oh no, I didn't do the tab. I'm gonna fucking top that. Fucking
Oh,
she looks like a vampire.
I don't even want to see her face.
Oh god.
That's so bad.
She used that app filter, and it made her sound. For people who haven't heard it yet, it made her sound like a tranny, like legitimately with a deeper voice. It was just weird. Just like, what the fuck happened? It was just too much. It's too much. And Stone Cold Jeremy says, I've seen drag queens look better than a recent video she put out the other day. That's the one that we were talking about. Things that make you go, blech. Yeah, seriously. It was just like, yeah, but Keely enjoys it, I see.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? We don't kink shame here. Patriarchy.
Talking about full Aussie.
We do. Patriarchy only half works for you, Justin. You're missing the straight with the white male. Yeah, well, I'm a white male, so it doesn't matter. It's that's the only thing that matters, I suppose. Oh my God, Yeti Cass, how dare you? Do you want to say? You want to say that? Do you want to say that on stream? Are you comfortable with saying that?
She looks like a reptilian. Oh wow, a reptilian with Down syndrome. Nice.
That's a pretty wicked burn.
She looks like a reptilian with Down syndrome. So basically, you're calling her a retarded lizard, right?
Yes.
Oh man, that's.
I can't believe you said it out loud.
He don't give a fuck.
No,
is reptilian a bad word?
Yeah, reptilian is a very bad word. Indeed.
I think the syndrome is an appropriation from The Incredibles. That's what's the issue. It's the syndrome word.
We're gonna get sued. We're gonna get sued.
Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get sued. You guys are gonna get away scot-free. It won't matter. So, yeah, thanks,
Syndrome.
Oh man, but this is a question for everyone on the panel and everyone who is in the chat. So I found this article that said 38% of Americans would give up sex for a year to be able to travel again immediately. Immediately. What do you think? Would you give it up for a year just so you can be able to go wherever you want and for the COVID thing to end?
Travel where?
Anywhere. Because a lot of people have travel restrictions.
Is it paid for or?
No, obviously not.
Well,
if it was paid for, it's worth considering. But then again, I'd probably just keep it on the down low and say I'm being celibate.
I mean, how bad is it where you guys are in Australia?
Over here, 38% of people are giving up travel to have sex again.
Well, only 38?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people are just like, no, travel around the world having sex. Yes. Yeah, that would be great.
The point, right? Is the
oh my gosh. Deception Key says, my wife says she would, but does that mean I can have sex with someone else? Oh my gosh. I think that's a conversation that you two should be having.
yeah, because
chastity belts or
she'd be making the decision for the both of them.
right. Thank you, Price is Right review for the super chat. Sup, party animals, never stop being awesome. Well, thank you, man. You never stop being awesome too. You're a good guy. Thanks for the super chat. Matthew, again, thank you for the super chat. Says, no effing way. No fucking way. Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough.
I mean,
did I read it wrong? Oh, yeah. Well, if it's paid for.
Yeah, if it was paid for, you get to choose where you go in the world. I might consider it.
Yeah, Stone Cold Jeremy, that's very true. You can go wherever you want, I guess, in some places.
Travel restrictions aside.
Yeah, I guess that's why only 38% of people said that, because maybe just everywhere else is just fine. Interesting. Yeah. Anything else to add to that?
Well, how bad is their sex life that they're just willing to give it up?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's got to be pretty fucking bad. I don't want to know. I really don't. So, yeah. So we usually talk about Florida men, and I gathered a few Florida man clips for you guys articles to see which is. We're gonna go from like the tamest to some of the ones that were more interesting. So this is a usual thing that happens. Florida man returns. The homeowners return from to find a Florida burglar lying on the couch watching TV. That's pretty normal, right?
No, that's not fucking normal.
It's normal for Florida. It's pretty freaking normal. Yeah, it's a regular thing, and it's not like he was doing anything wrong. He was just chilling.
He didn't even have the chance to steal anything because he was still there.
Yeah, he was. I mean, pretty much. And then we had this drunk Florida man who was arrested for a DUI, and he just blatantly says to the officer, "Damn, I'm buzzed." Well, it happens all the time. Then, of course, this guy whacks it in front of a woman who's sunbathing.
Is that the same
That
thing?
usually... And look at him. He looks like the kind of guy who would do that. I mean, yeah.
That's I don't know, man. I don't know if I could just walk up to someone and start masturbating. I feel a bit like...
Well, this is a Florida man, though.
That's you got to respect that.
At the very least. At the very least. And this was just weird. I have never seen something like this before. There's a person who was dressed as an alien stealing packages from homes, and their door camera caught it. I thought that was quite interesting. I mean, have you ever seen an alien? Like, what are you gonna do? An alien is stealing your packages. What are you
Chase the
gonna do?
motherfucker of a cricket bat. Get the fuck back.
That's what I was thinking.
How would you like it if I came to your planet and stole your fucking, I don't know, whatever you got over there?
He looks so fucking creepy too, with the eyes and shit. But I gotta say, this one takes the cake. There is a woman in a motorized wheelchair who robbed a downtown Florida bank.
Wow.
Did not have any weapons on them, and the bank was located just blocks away from the sheriff's office. It's just
prime choice.
Oh, please tell me there's a picture. Please tell me there's a picture.
Oh my god, I wish there was.
Come on, please.
I know there isn't.
There's no video.
I wish there was. There should be. Release this footage. I want to see it.
How did she do it?
She's like Charles Xavier.
Yeah. Just...
Oh my goodness. Like, I honestly just... Could you just imagine someone just trying to rob you when you're in a wheelchair? Like, the easiest thing... They're not even armed. Just walk away.
Do you think the wheelchair had spinning rims?
Did it say that she's not armed?
With the dollar signs.
Do you have many people over there in the spastic scooters?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've heard of those. What do they look like?
It's like the Walmart when you go to the shops and they're just riding around in the trolleys.
Yes, we have those. We have those everywhere.
Over here, they're pretty nasty. Like, they think they like own the sidewalk and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And
awful.
It's not uncommon to see them get into drama with someone and someone just grab it and just flip it over.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, like it would be so easy just to be like, no, we're not going to do that. Next, it would just be so easy.
What
to
do you call them over there?
We just call them old lady scooters or whatever. We just call them scooters, I guess.
No, they're called ECVs.
Okay, that's the official name, but I call them scooters.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Scooter.
I second Justin's
You seem
motion
so
on
disappointed.
You work on Park Hopping Channel. You should know what they're called. Step up your game, bro. Step up your game.
This is why they wouldn't let me on Park Hopping, because I described it as a spastic scooter.
It's just a scooter to me. That's just, I don't know.
Is that the scooter where you have to wear a helmet?
I have seen people wear helmets on them. I like bicycle helmets. I have seen people wear bicycle helmets on them.
Why?
Well,
remember how I was telling you how people get into arguments with them and they flip the whole thing over? So I feel like some of them thought, okay, I got to start protecting my head here. If I'm going to be talking shit to able-bodied people that are going to flip this whole thing over on me, I should probably wear a helmet.
And everybody has to remember, Australia did lose a war with the emus, so it's just a little different there.
What?
Oh, there's a whole war with the emus.
Not emus.
What are you talking about?
Pronounced the U, yeah, emu.
Oh, sorry.
You're getting insult us, get a fucking right.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what are emus?
Guys, help with you.
Yeah, I didn't catch the emus thing.
Censorship. They're blocking our history.
Oh my goodness. And so yeah, and now we go to there are two options here for this
B.
next one. We're gonna. Oh, what was that?
We're going with option B.
Option B. Okay.
Lock it in,
We're just gonna go with that one. I think you might be correct because I'm trying to determine which one of these two lovely ladies are the Karens of the week. So we have footage of this baseball game here where this woman, as you can clearly see, yep, the kids are trying to catch the baseball. It's clearly going to them, and she just is like, nope, and it lands in her hand, and she just takes it away.
If you let it play, there should be a slow motion recap. Yeah.
Just swipes it out of her
right
hand.
out of the hands.
Mm-hmm.
And she just laughs.
Look, and she's so sad. I mean, the little girl. Yeah,
they walk up so disappointed.
Yeah, well, look at her face. They zoom in and slow down here. It's really sad. I'm like, oh, you're an evil bitch. Oh.
Nah, man, these kids got to learn about competition. Get that ball.
Well,
fucking fight the bitch for it.
See, this is the problem with transgender sports.
See, this I feel like this could have been the
It keeps going.
You swap the little girl with a little boy, right? And that could be the opening scene for the Joker movie.
There you go.
You just created the Joker.
Oh man, yeah, the girl got
was so sad.
Wait, really?
You are an adult woman with all of your Karen friends, and you totally thieved that ball from that girl.
And she high fives right afterwards.
I know this is a sick person. How I stole the ball from the little girl?
You gotta be quicker, man.
Is that Kathleen Kennedy?
No, it looks like Kris Jenner, to be honest, or Kris Kardashian, whoever the stupid mom is of that dumb family. Kind of looks like her. It would make sense too, because she seemed like that kind of person.
Isn't it Caitlyn?
No, it's her wife.
I know
That's
he's
why.
talking about you fucking dick.
Or whatever.
Justin,
Whatever.
Justin, I have a present for you.
Oh God, what? Uh-oh. Oh no. Hey! Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
That was so much nicer than I expected.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something else.
Oh no, I spent a week making fun of your pee break. I'm good.
Oh man. I think I went through enough.
Yeah, no. Just remember to wash your hands next time.
I did wash my hands.
No.
Hey, Justin, I gotta jump off. I've got someone that I'm supposed to be meeting pretty soon to go out.
Hey, that's
for
all good. Let the people know what you got going on. Good to have you on.
Subscribe to Justin Proper and everyone in the chat say fuck Gabby, and I'll see you all later. All right, take care, everyone.
Gabby.
Peace out, Lethal. Always good hanging out, man.
Yeah. Always
See you
good
later.
seeing you fellas. Always good seeing you fellas. And
good
this is
seeing
the
you,
first time I've been
Lethal.
on the stream with Yeti, so very nice speaking to you. And
Yeah, it was great to talk to you.
Well, Anna sure likes him, so you should too, Lethal.
Oh, there we go. We're practically related. All right, I'll talk to you all later. All right, bye.
All right, see ya. Well, that's some
Was
good
it-
news.
Was it something I said?
Probably. Apparently, the girl was given the ball later. I've yet to confirm that.
Another one.
Yeah, but by the
seriously,
woman or just by the organization?
I think
I
another one.
don't know.
I think I remember
but-
seeing the video. Some like one of the players actually walks up to her with another ball.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, well, that's nice. There's a little faith in humanity left still.
I don't have any faith in humanity.
So there's that woman, but then there's also this person, and again, I'm not sure.
I love
Oh,
it.
this is so fucking good.
Have you guys
Oh.
you guys have seen this?
Yep.
I know.
All right, chat, hold on to your butts. This is a good one.
On your butts.
Yeah, this is a beauty right here.
Leave me alone. Why do you keep calling me? It's honestly so creepy, and I'm gonna call the cops.
Man, no.
Because you guys aren't leaving me alone, and that's why women can't
wait.
go out in the world by themselves. 'Cause
What?
Okay, so stop following me.
You have I don't know if you have like a gas. You have a thing hanging out of your car.
What are you talking about?
There's literally a gas hose hanging in your car. No one's being creeped. Oh. No, thank you.
Look at that walk.
There's the thank you. Thank you to get all of it. Oh, dude.
That's
what
what-
close the gas.
She left it open.
Didn't even close the gas can.
He's pretty embarrassed, guys. I mean, I'm sorry, And here's the thing: that's a high-end SUV. It's a Mercedes. If you don't close the glass door on your car, it will give you a light that says and an alarm. Her alarm in her car is going off, going ding, ding, ding. You know that thing that drives you bananas that you're doing your seatbelt on. So it's doing that the whole time she's driving. And not only that, she didn't hear the thunk when she drove away from the gas station. She thinks she drove over a puppy or something. I mean, come on.
I don't get it. So I mean,
Is it just?
Yeah.
Is it just me, or was she like incensed when she removed the thing and looked back at him?
Oh, it looked like it. It looked like she was angry that it had to be pointed out to her.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's just like I got mad at you and you were only trying to help. Like, oh, how dare you? And she was so embarrassed and she was so angry. She's just yelling at him. And she even says, like, this is why women can't, like, go out in public in America or something like that. I'm like, are you serious? You're going to get on this soapbox right now. It's like, this is why people aren't good Samaritans sometimes.
No, I don't think she was embarrassed at the end. I think she was angry that, a guy pointed this out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This toxic male that she was all ready to be a victim over was there to help. And she is an idiot. And now it's on camera. Because it was being recorded.
This is why in New Jersey they have you do the cast attendants do it for you. if I recall, is that still happening there? I'm pretty sure, but yeah, that's just what I heard. Yeah. Okay, so who of the two do you think should be the Karen of the week? This woman who took the little girl's baseball, or the chick who yelled at guys trying to be good Samaritans and leaving.
This bitch.
Yeah, this one.
You think?
I don't
this
know.
one?
It's a tough call because the other one did take something from a child. The other
Yeah,
one
but
was
she
just
got paid. But she got it back. So that's fine. That other bitch is
She's
retarded.
I think she's just being a piece of crap person, though. The other girl's actually being a Karen. This one.
Yeah, she's like not really being a Karen. You think she's just being an asshole? She's just being
because the other one did try to cancel the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like he's like, I'm gonna call the police, and I love his friend was like just recording at the perfect time. Yeah, so you all elect this woman at the gas pump lady as the Karen of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so because she was actively trying to cancel them while yelling.
All right, congratulations, gas pump lady. You have been the Karen of the week. Yay!
That, yeah.
That's when you drop the like once you get the vote. I want to see this one again.
You want to see the whole thing again?
Well, let's at least watch her face when she's all angry and.
Oh yeah, no, we'll do a replay for the winner.
Right? How
does like I have so many questions. Like first off, how does she? Okay, this is really weird. Oh no, come back. All right, keep talking about it. I got shit to figure out. I have this stupid thing says Google Chrome is not responding. Fuck you! I hate when that happens.
Control Shift Escape takes you right to your processes.
Okay.
So you don't have to Control Delete.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, dude, she's that's a real piece of work right there.
She's terrible.
I wonder how long she was yelling before her buddy was like.
All right, I'm back.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how long she would have been. They would have been filming because I think they might have been doing it from the start just to laugh at what they're seeing. You know, the vehicle driving around.
That's true.
Because he probably had to, honk and flash the lights for a while before she even bothered to stop. They were probably following for a couple blocks.
Yeah, trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so first off, she had to get. If you notice here, like at the very end, it's sticking out there. So if she got out of the car, she should have seen it.
Yeah.
How did she not see this 2-foot thing coming out? Like first off, and like how did she not at least
been set up like not a real
that's
situation?
That's a theory that I think, but also how do they set something up like that? Did they just buy something like that from a junkyard or?
Well, those things are meant because of people like if this is real because of people like her. They've started putting out those like the hoses now. They detach, so if you drive away, it'll just detach instead of ripping it all to hell. And so, if one of them works at a gas station, they could probably like just take one. Oh, this one's out of commission, so let's just take the thing and do a skit. Costs nothing, so it's possible.
That's still weird.
I don't know. Her sense of entitlement seemed too realistic.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely like sounds like a Karen. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I think it's genuine because it does seem too perfect. I totally understand that. Lyndon, what do you think? Do you think that this was fake?
I don't know about fake. Like, there is definitely an edit in that video though, because you can see a hard cut. But
can you?
Yeah.
I gotta see this. Maybe I must have missed it. Did you guys see it?
Mm-mm.
No.
There, right there. Yep, 5 seconds.
Huh.
5 seconds in, there's a hard cut.
The 5-second mark? Okay. Let me refresh this because it's acting weird on my end. Okay, so...
Right. Yeah. So play it. Watch this. There.
Oh yeah.
That.
Oh, so she was yelling for a minute. They just cut out all her ranting.
They could have a whole bunch of swearing.
Yeah,
but still, you can fit 2-minute videos on Twitter. You don't need to cut it. So
he probably just wanted to cut that part out. Just like didn't want to. Yeah, it was just kind of repetitive.
2 minutes, 19 seconds, and 29 frames. So they could have. He's not wrong. It definitely was edited. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is edited, but I just figured like she might have been just going on forever and ever. Like,
or
they just tried. Take two. Yeah, that's also it's also a possibility. Man, that's I don't know, man. That's a good
culture.
Oh man. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh man, this woman is something else. This woman.
I like how she disproves her entire argument by this. Like, this is why women can't go out, and she's okay running up to the car to yell at them. So she's secure enough, you know, that she's not worried about anything. About she's not worried about yelling at them, but then yells about how women can't go out.
Oh man. Okay, the Black Ben Shapiro picture went away.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, I was gonna show it. No, it must have. It said it doesn't exist. I guess they deleted it. Damn.
You're supposed to save that stuff to your computer. You don't just count on the internet to keep something like that around.
Oh, damn it! Did anyone else save it? Fuck.
I didn't even know what you're talking about. I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, shit. Oh well, it's whatever. Anyways, this is the last one of the last funny stories that we're gonna talk about before we get into some more serious subjects. This is something that Lyndon sent in. So thank you for that, Lyndon. This is something I did not see and I was not aware of, but Demi Lovato decided to come out and share her feelings about gender reveal parties, and she condemns them, saying that there are boys with vaginas and girls with penises. And I guess she's dumber than a kindergartner.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Clearly, she knew nothing from that movie. She learned nothing from that very informative kindergarten cop clip. So
she's gonna be canceling Kindergarten Cop soon. Watch.
Yeah, for that blatant genderizing from a 6-year-old. I can't even. I don't believe this. But look, I also would condemn gender reveal parties, but not for the same reasons as she does. Like, her logic is stupid, but the way I see it, gender reveal parties cause forest fires, like there was in September. This was from an explosive that happened at a gender reveal party, and just recently, a father-to-be had died because of an explosion related to a gender reveal party. Just recently. So yeah, my thing is, like, why do you guys think that this what the fuck is the deal with these gender reveal parties? Why are they a thing? And do you agree with condemning it like Demi Lovato, except not her reasoning, obviously? But I mean, like, seriously, should this be a thing anymore? Why is it a thing? Is it kind of like just an excuse to get, more gifts, like a baby shower?
I just want to know what that conversation is going to be like with the kid when he grows up. Like, sorry, your dad died in an explosion, revealing your gender. That's going to be. How do you tell a kid that?
Do it a little bit better than that.
Well, yeah, of course.
That conversation happens when the mom is telling her, so, don't expect to get A's. You get a C, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, confused. Like the answer is transgression. Is she still relevant?
No.
This is her attempt
God,
at it
no.
right here.
I burned half of California for you, kid. Better become a doctor when you grow up. Yeah, imagine if he's a big fuck up who.
Well,
still,
these are the same people that think 2 + 2 equals dump trucks. So I can't wait until they send their kid to the moon, or Mars on a spacecraft, and it impales itself in the planet. So, I mean, anybody who thinks these things. I mean, but look, as far as gender reveal stuff goes, look, as long as you don't burn down half of California or you don't, blow yourself up or whatever, who cares? I mean, everybody kind of announced it before, and it's a personal preference. It's like choosing to have a bris or whatnot. It's the same kind of thing. I mean, if you want to tell the world in a special way that you're having this kind of kid or that kind of kid, then go for it. But it isn't going to change the fact of whether they end up being dumb as rocks or not. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and I think the way that they do it, which is rather strange, is that and thank you, Lyndon, for the for the screenshot. Yeah. Oh, God bless you. Yeah, so the whole point of it is that they're supposed to it'll either be blue or it'll be like pink. And there will be rockets that they just send up into the sky for some reason, and that's supposed to be like the big thing about the gender reveal party. That's how it works. So I'm confused when people, that's because that's supposed to be the thing. I'm confused that people choose to do explosives instead of just a big banner that says it's a boy or it's a girl. Why not just lift it down and just? I don't get it.
Because America.
Not everything has to be fucking the 4th of July or fireworks and shit. No one has to do this. No one has to deal with it. There's less deaths, especially like the father who dies. Like, I don't understand this. It's all stupid and yeah.
We live in a society, Justin.
We live in a society. Yes. Yes, we do.
My babies.
My babies. Yeah, what if it's like green or some shit like that? That's like, yeah, non-gender. Like that's like, or whatever, like weird SJW parents.
It's a bunch of gray balloons for a gender neutral child. It's all gray balloons rising in the sky.
No, that they bees is a real thing. That's
it is.
Oh yeah. That's not the joke. That's actually what they're calling them. We're gonna raise they bees. Not joking. That is a real thing. You can look it up.
We need to clamp down on this crap. As a society, as a country, we need laws to go stop it. Stop.
We don't have to have laws. It's just, I mean, just
we need wolves. More wild wolves.
But you know what? This could just sum it up.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Yeah, for real. Like, it's just, like that. It just, seriously. Did that cut out for you guys, by the way?
No.
Okay, it played perfectly. Okay, it's just my end. Yeah, have a kid, Justin, and light half the country. No, thank you. I don't think having another one of me is worth burning down half of the country. No thanks. Oh, hey, Sam. It's good to see you here. It's like the people who spend a fortune on weddings. Madness. Yeah, but why would you spend it on a gender reveal party? Just, I don't know, maybe put that money towards a kid's college application or like their fund or something. I don't know.
Those kids aren't going to college. Let's be honest.
Clearly not, unless they're so fucking rich, those parents are. Just, I don't know. It's the part of the whole I refuse to make my baby conform to your idea of gender. They can decide for themselves. What if they, I don't know, what if they say this is ridiculous, mom and dad? I don't know. They're going to end up hating their parents. Unless they're like so free thinking and shit, they make them, I don't know. Fuck it. Terminus S, thank you for stopping me with those stupid thoughts.
I like this.
If Madonna never got famous, she'd always just be a free Madonna.
That's a good one.
That was good.
That is fucking brilliant. And you know what? You get a Death Star. Boom. That was a great comment. I absolutely love it. Stone Cold Jeremy says we need to stop putting warning labels on things. Yeah, we need to stop putting them. Oh yeah, so people can blow the shit up even more. I'm trying not to be, Nina. I'm trying not to be. It's I'm really trying not to be, but still, it's hard.
It need not be a downer with Madonna being oppressed into being a worldwide name. So sad.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but you know what? This will brighten the mood.
69, dudes!
Of course. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's ridiculous. And we're gonna get to something that Lyndon also brought up, but something that had been going on for a while, right after last week's show. So Coca-Cola has decided that they're gonna have this really strange diversity training for their employees. And one of the slides that not Coca-Cola themselves, but somebody that they hired in the program that they used, the slide by someone named Robin DiAngelo. They decided that it would be a good idea to have slides that included, and I am not mincing words here, they said, be less white. Be less white, among other things. And they talked about how whiteness perpetuates racism and other bullshit like that just doesn't make much sense. I don't understand it. So for all of you who are familiar with it, I would like, I imagine most of you are familiar with the story. Do you think it's Coca-Cola's fault for having this all, come out, or is it entirely their fault, or is it more on the fault of the person who made the slides in the first place? Who is more to blame?
Okay, actually, that's an easy one.
Okay,
the individual who put the program together has just idiotic ideas and is clearly a racist. Number one, but the people that are responsible for the Coca-Cola thing is LinkedIn, because they're the ones who put that training together. Right.
Yes.
They're the ones that in the middle of the night, right after I had sent the link to Comics Division and we were live on stream going to look at it, they removed it right freaking away because they were getting hit so hard on this Coca-Cola thing. But Coca-Cola has to accept responsibility for the fact that they're essentially training their employees to be racist. So
yeah, and perpetuating, this whole otherwise weird stereotype.
Yeah. White hate is a whole new thing. It doesn't mean that white people hate others. It means people are hating you because you're white. If you have the appearance of less melanin, hate is being directed your direction.
Or in this case, it's self-loathing. If anything,
yeah, I know she's silly. She received a PhD in multicultural education, which is super magical. No idea what the heck degree that is. If she was an anthropologist, there's no way she would have this belief system. But hey, whatever.
Well, this is like from her biography on her website. In addition, she says, I hold 2 honorary doctoral degrees. My area of research is in whiteness studies and critical discourse analysis.
She's a critical race theory wackaloon.
Whiteness studies? I didn't even know that was a subject.
Honorary means that she didn't actually earn them. It means
was
that
given.
Someone in academia said, I like the things that you say and you know a lot about the subject. You should have a PhD.
Yeah, and it's from they're from the it's from the University of Socialism in Washington.
Well, yeah, University of Washington, the home of the former home of the Chaz, which I miss very dearly. Who doesn't miss the Chaz? She's a 2-time winner of the Students' Choice Award for Educator of the Year in the University of Washington School of Social Work. And she has numerous publications, including Is Everybody Really Equal? An Introduction to Key Concepts in Critical Social Justice Education.
Well,
and also co-wrote American Educational Studies, as a blah, blah, blah.
If you're an alumni of this university, Justin, you should be embarrassed. You should be calling your board of regents right now. You should be going after them for giving this woman any critical acclaim of any sort. Because universities are funded by large endowments provided by alumni. That rarely do you contribute to a school that you don't have, special access to and or have been an alumni of. So again, the alumni can turn this kind of stuff around if they really focus on what their universities are granting people, special degrees on and other crap. She should have the least amount of honor possible because of essentially her self-loathing, as you describe it, and her outright racism. I mean,
in her book, she describes actually being racist. Like she says that when she walks into a room and if there's black people there, she becomes scared. No regular people think that way. This is things she published.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It's in her book. She says she talks directly about this.
White Fragility book?
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I will just be honest here. I understand being, if you are the only person of your race in a room, sure, it'll be a little uncomfortable at first. You have to warm up to people, especially if they're strangers. If they are strangers, complete strangers. Like I've been to, bars that are predominantly black before, and I'm just like, okay, I'm the only white person in here. I'm like, okay. And I sort of warm up because I'm a little bit of a shy person myself. I warm myself up to just talking to people. And then once and I've worked in environments where I was like one of two white dudes in my workplace. So it's not a big deal. It's just, sometimes I guess the only thing that I can see is like if you're the only person like of your race in a room. So I guess, you could feel a little anxiety at first if they're all new people. Once you get to know them, they're just regular people. You just it's like being in a room full of anybody that are new to you.
Well, it's been a while since I read that whole passage, but I don't think it was just being by herself as like the sole white person. It was just if there was someone else, of different race, she immediately was uncomfortable, which is just...
That's different.
She is super racist. If you look through all her writings, it's horrifying what she thinks about anyone who isn't white. And I don't know how anyone can't see through this bullshit.
I don't either. And yeah, Will, you are correct. It's not what color they are. It's if you don't know them. That's probably a better way to put that. And if I was an alumnus of UW, I wouldn't make any donations because they switched from Nike to Adidas. Wow. Please tell me Justin did not order a Colt 45. I have never seen a Colt 45 in my life except for like 2 times in LA. I found some and I bought some. But I don't know. It's just not like as common as it used to be. And yes, Will, she is confusing being nervous around people she doesn't know with being scared of black people, and she thinks that because she is a racist. Okay, I understand that. All her stuff is based on bad faith attacks on motive, hasty generalizations, and collective abstraction. It's total BS. Yeah, and that's why it's featured on the show.
Well said, by the way.
But I do think though that Coca-Cola does have some sort of, they do have a responsibility to not only choose more appropriate sites if you want to be more racially sensitive. It would depend on the area. It depend on if there is a problem in the workplace. Because if there isn't, what's the point? But if you are going to do this, don't try to, have like people who say like they're anti-racist. They really, in a way, that what they mean is they're anti-white. Sometimes, sometimes it just the waters get muddied so easily nowadays. And Coca-Cola does need to take at least some sort of responsibility for paying this person, Robin DiAngelo, for providing these slides and having it required by their employees. I think that's to the extent to where Coca-Cola is responsible for this. Not necessarily, having it in general. If it is an issue in the workplace, then obviously that is something you need to fix and fire some employees. Maybe that's an option as well. But it's so ridiculous that it has to boil to this point, to where you have to, do they even proofread this shit? I don't know. It's ridiculous.
You know what? I wanna bring the mood up a little bit. Earlier, Justin, you were saying that you've been at parties and bars and stuff where you're the only white guy and it's all black people. I actually have video of that.
Of me?
Check
you
it
do?
out.
Oh God.
I'm your roommate, Chad. Well, look at here, Chad. For the entire period you in my room, I better not catch you standing up here. You sit down when you pee. You understand? That's right. Now get white boy.
Oh my God. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Fair enough. All right. Enough of that Coca-Cola shit. I want to talk about something that I think, we all are. This is a tale as old as time. You just can't, for some reason we can't go a decade or any few years without, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy, for sure. I actually didn't recognize him in that clip. It must have been a while ago. Yeah, this is a tale as old as time. Once again, we have an Illinois representative who has decided that it should be okay to ban the sale of Grand Theft Auto as well as other violent video games, and the reason why is because it contributes to carjackings in Chicago. How many times do I have to say it? Video games do not cause people to be violent. Violent people are the reason why there is violence. The games are just a scapegoat, a way of blaming it, when it's really an individual case by case. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say this. They're video games. We should have these games because it gives some people an outlet to vent a frustration. Otherwise, these are people who clearly have issues. And what is the correlation? There is none. And why do we have to keep bringing these things up? Why do you think lawmakers try to keep bringing this up? And I'd like to start with Lyndon, if you'd like. Just wondering why people continue to bring this subject up over and over and over again.
Okay, so I kind of looked at the story. What's it say? With carjackings rising. Yeah, it's just an excuse to get out of it, fucking up your own whatever state or whatever's happening in your own problems in your own area. And I think there've been so many articles and stuff published by people and people who research this stuff that the video games aren't the cause of it. Sure, people can do whatever, and fuck, man. How many times in Australia we have this game? Shootings don't go up because we play this fucking game. Neither do carjackings.
Right. So why do you think it would go up then? If it's not the video games, what do you think would be to blame, if anything?
Where did it happen?
No, you were saying the shootings didn't go up because of the game.
I'm saying, where did this happen, bro? Chicago.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I must have misheard you. Yeah. Well, shootings overall have been down over the last year, so I don't know. It's so strange that because this is what's even weirder is that this is a Democrat who is saying this, and when I was younger, I was mad at with our political party. I was more mad with Republicans who were saying the same thing about a game called Bully, If you guys remember that game from
Same game company. Same game
yeah,
company.
Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar. People have always been criticized by that. But that person was upset by the violence, and it was rated T for teen and not M for mature. And he was also, this particular guy from Florida was very upset that your main character can kiss guys. He was just like, oh my gosh, no. I'm like, dude, to me that was funny back in the day. But also like, hey, like it's whatever. You get to make out with whoever you want. Some kids are gay, whatever. It's not a big deal. Rockstar had that in the game. But I feel like it's the same thing. And like even the ratings board was like, no, we knew that was in the game, and we're still going to rate it what we do. And so it's just like, it seems like they've flip-flopped. Like it used to be conservatives who were upset by the violence in video games and the homosexuality. And now it's like, Democrats are like, oh, we don't like, the sexualization of women in video games. And we don't like how the games are violent. When did this happen? Why did this flip-flop like this?
Probably because I don't know how many back in the 90s and early 2000s, like you got how many older Republicans are still around that are still from that old guard. Maybe they've moved on or passed on. That there's a few. Oh God, Steve, what have you done? Oh God,
he's not wrong.
So
he's not wrong.
I'm from the video game industry, so I'm used to shooting this down with people. I have charts if you want to pull them up. But people are looking for a scapegoat, and video games simulate experiences, and so it makes for, to them, they can't draw the distinction between what is and isn't real. So they're like, well, obviously these people are learning how to jack cars from watching Grand Theft Auto. Like, you don't walk up to a car and press A. It's not how you hijack a real car, But
it requires more effort than pressing a button.
Yeah, you actually got to learn some technique, get some hardware.
Yeah, you got to put real work into it.
I have a couple of charts here of like video games and violent crimes. Violent crimes going like this, while video games are going like this. But yeah, like it's
what? What did you do? I didn't see what you.
I'm sharing a graph.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, okay.
So if people actually look at like the numbers, it's not even possible. Like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hold up at all. So this is video game sales from 1970 to 2018, and this is violent crimes from 1990 to 2019. So it doesn't really seem to line up with the data.
Well, yeah, they've been doing studies on this too, and they keep finding that there's an opposite response, that it's an outlet for people. It's a way to get rid of that pent-up aggression and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and in fact, there were some psychologists back in the late '80s and through the '90s and into the 2000s that actually said it helped children overcome that frustration. Yeah, this is a thing I picked up thanks to Geeky Sparkles over at Pirates and Princesses, also known as Clownfish TV. She went ahead and grabbed this because she found it someplace. It's essentially, this is gaslighting for dummies, if you ever want to know if you're being gaslit or not, or what it actually is, because most people don't understand it. So what gaslighting looks like is gaslighting is a form of abuse and manipulation concentrated on making someone doubt their reality. They deny they said or did something even when you have proof. That's number one. Number two, they accuse you of doing things that they themselves have done. Number two. Number three, they turn others against you to take away your support system, obviously. Number four, they tell you that you are crazy. Number five, you are never right. Number five, again, this is kind of funny, you constantly feel like you have to defend reality. Number six, you trust in your self-intuition. Your trust in your self-intuition erodes. 7, you always feel confused about whether you're on good terms. Number 8, you are not allowed to have feelings. Number 9, you find yourself collecting proof things happen so you can reassure yourself. What does this sound like to everybody right now? It's everything that surrounds these kind of narratives. It's everything that surrounds all of the stuff that we seem to be talking about over the course of especially the last year and a half, 2 years. Does anybody disagree with that? Yeah, Disney.
No. Sounds like Disney.
That sounds like Warner Brothers. Sounds like all of these arguments, right? The stuff that's everything, every single piece of narrative that surrounds anything that you consume, 24/7. Even the news from people that are obviously certain people would like you to think are authoritative. There's less than 22% of the U.S. populations that believes anything the media has to say now, mainstream media. That's insane, right? You can't turn to the people that are supposed to be authoritative. And these are the reasons why. People now, I screenshot everything now. Anything that I think it will be useful to clap back against somebody doing something, I save now. We live in a world where everybody's playing defense because there's these constant unfettered lies that get repeated thousands of times, regardless whether or not they've been refuted and successfully refuted, including what I covered the other day with this Dr. Douche Nugget Aslan guy who used to be a contributor to CNN who, it was, he put something out there that was absolutely fraudulent, had to come back later to say, oops, I guess I was wrong. This was during the time when they were trying to collectively take down Ted Cruz, right, for his trip to Cancun. Of course, he can't do anything as a senator. He has no authority to do anything in the state of Texas. He represents them in the Senate for the United States. He doesn't.
If anything, it's not the best look.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you have a vacation, it doesn't. You know what? I'm not even going to get into that. His job is in Washington. His job isn't. His job is in the state to represent his constituency. But he can't influence anything in the state because it's not his part of governance. It doesn't matter what the optics are because that's all anybody talks about anymore. But that's beside the case. During that particular time, Aslan took a false tweet and posted it. It had over 180,000 likes, tens of thousands of retweets, and just boatloads of comments, right? And do you know what? He, instead of pulling down or deleting the inaccurate tweet, in the same thread, he said, oh, I guess I was wrong.
Yep.
But left the original lie in place. Mm-hmm. So what's the first thing any of the crazy people that follow him, and lean on his every word, what's the first thing they see? The lie. So the lie continues to be spread. So if you're going to battle against misinformation, that tweet should have been eradicated from the internet moments after it was shown to be inaccurate, right? Because that's what they were calling for everybody else.
That is understood, but anything that you do post on the internet, did you think that it was like a half-ass kind of like, oh, I guess I was wrong? Like,
yeah, it was clearly, dude. I did a video on it, Justin.
It wasn't genuine. Okay, so
No.
the distinction I would make is if it was genuine and they didn't take it down, the only thing I could think of
he knows
would
what
be
he's
like
doing.
Yeah, they all do the same thing now. That's the new playbook, dude. Every time I see this from now on, I'm just calling it out because
as you should.
This is a form. It just feeds into more of this gaslighting. So you have to play defense now and start smacking back, clapping back. We have to wake more and more people up to all of the nonsense that's going around in the world. Anyway, that was it. I didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but
no, absolutely, we love it. It's very informative. But also, it does challenge, what some people might think like is, just seemingly normal behavior. Is just it really isn't. It's more strategic than people think. And if this particular person has done that, okay, then all right,
dude. But just Justin, you can see it in everything you're presented right now. Okay?
You can if you look for it.
You don't have to look for it.
You can sometimes, yeah.
Put this up against a window of everything you're being told right now about the narrative that changed down at the border, right? Kids in cages, right? You know, and then we have the narrative around guns, which is plainly incorrect. We have the narrative around, you know, defund the police, you know, where right now in Minneapolis they had to hire a whole bunch of more officers after
they had to spend more money on it too.
Yeah, you have all of these. This baloney sausage, because if you repeat a lie, if you have enough people with a bunch of fake letters after their names that they didn't really earn, like the lady we were looking at just a little bit ago, you know, they're being presented as an authority when they actually lack the skills to be an authority. I mean, you know, if somebody gives you an honorary degree, an honorary doctorate in chemistry, Justin, I'm not going to ask you to make rocket fuel for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. It's a little.
I'm not. You know, if somebody says, "Hey, Justin, you did a really good job building this paper airplane," I'm going to give you a doctorate in materials engineering.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, that's the whole point.
Well, these are
it's absurdity.
Yeah. And it's also you know, this, you know, Robin DiAngelo specifically is just, she got 2 honorary doctorates probably for bullshit doctorates, like she has a bullshit degree.
But that's the larger point. I mean, and then again, you have news sources. Well, shit, the guy running the Disney company used to run the Disney company technically. Right now, he's the creative chief for Disney in a board position. But Bob Iger was a freaking weatherman. So was his wife, Willow Bay. Right, so they came out of news media to run a conglomerate, right? So in he didn't contribute anything to society other than to acquire more intellectual property for Disney. Okay,
yeah, he was a big spender, wasn't he? Yeah,
he was. He spent an awful lot of other people's money. Right, and
the hard-earned money that Walt Disney made.
Well, it wasn't just him; it was the people before him, right? Mm-hmm. And look, I'm not saying everything he did was bad. I'm saying that you know, he's a weatherman. He got a good job, right?
He got lucky. He got very lucky.
And so when it's only when these people have what they got that they will downplay anybody else getting there. And they'll do that by saying, well, you know, there's all this universal unfairness, you know, and then they start to claim. They start to cream.
They start to claim
victimhood because people are waking up to the fact that these uber wealthy oligarch type people are essentially crafting a world for themselves that makes the rest of us just nothing but plebes, and they treat you that way. That's the whole process of this gaslighting. That's why you end up in this position, and that's why we end up here on YouTube talking about it. You know. Anyway, I'm sorry.
That was very well said. But by the way, going back real quick because we mentioned Robin DiAngelo real quick. Something that Lyndon, I'm going to show it. And thank you. Thank you for having the screenshot. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news. I feel, well, maybe not bad news, just news in general. Just, I think, you know, there's a term called drinking the Kool-Aid. And I think Ben Shapiro drank the Coke. Somebody posted this not too long ago. Ben Shapiro, you know, took the advice of being less white a little bit too seriously, and now he looks like Aziz Ansari. Actually,
that was whoever did that did it brilliantly.
I know. It's kind of a shame because I guess they deleted it or somebody got Elijah down. Yeah, I think it got taken down or something. Oh my God. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. Now, let's get into the big headliner of the day. We're going to skip this stupid Twitter thing. By the way, just what the fuck? Super follows? Fuck that. No thanks.
Oh, God.
People were even say rest in peace Twitter.
Charge for
Yeah, they charge. Yeah, let you charge to see their tweets. Yeah, fuck right off. No thanks. Death of Twitter. Yeah, people are not happy about that. Yeah, look at that ratio. Look at that beautiful ratio of these paid super followers. Isn't that like the stupidest thing you've ever heard?
Well, now it's going to be nothing but porn.
Hang on. That could be a real problem for news. Just because where I'm from, like if news outlets started charging for that, could you imagine?
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of shit that happened that involves like news outlets, in Australia because of a new bill that I'm not entirely.
Yeah, that's with Google and Facebook. But
but how does that impact you guys?
Well, they've done deals now, so they've tried to sort it all out. Because what they did was Facebook just removed like a bunch of health sites that are like state regulated sites that are giving people information, and it's like, well, you can't just take down like a state government's health website. What the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah.
So, but they've done some deals to fix that. But I'm talking about like for everyone. Like if Twitter has anyone that's like really important, like you have to pay for it. Like how the fuck are people going to know what's going on in the world?
Yeah, like not everyone.
Things might get better actually.
Yeah, not everyone can pay for every single service either.
Yeah, they won't be able to put out all these, bullshit stories that end up, spreading so far, just spreading misinformation if, they actually want to put those types of things in play.
Yeah, I'm just looking further down the road. Like if people, whatever.
Yeah, seriously. But at any rate, last but certainly not least, yes, Shellback says, I've never heard Lyndon talk so much. Why is that a huge misconception?
Yeah, it's not like I do fucking football streams where I talk for 6 hours.
Yeah. I mean, do you? Most people just watch you in the full Aussie and people are like, no, yeah, Lyndon doesn't talk at all. Like, I even joke about that. I'm like, wow, Lyndon knows how to talk. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Lethal
starts memes. Lethal starts memes, and then it just becomes. It's like that. It's like before. It was just let's tell a lie as many times as we can, and people are gonna fucking start believing it. He started the fucking rumor that Mara was a lesbian, and everyone fucking believed it.
I remember that one. No,
Yeah.
she has kids. If I recall. So no, it's ridiculous. It's so bad. But anyways,
something about him that's so believable.
Yeah, I was convinced. I watched an entire stream where you didn't say a word, Lyndon, and it was I was convinced that you were mute.
It's because fucking Ryno said it there. He fucking starts going off on a tangent and a rant about fucking Star Wars and bullshit. I'm like, here we go. No one's gonna talk for the next fucking hour.
It's because I don't let him get a word in.
Dude, there have been some streams where that's 100% the truth, where like freaking Ryno takes over. Like Lethal tries to redirect the conversation, and Rhino's like, oh, blah, 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 and then Lethal's like, well, yeah, but we want to talk about a blah, 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 blah. And then he apologizes, and then he goes blah, 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 some more.
He's like, oh, whatever, guys, but and then he keeps going for another fucking 10 minutes. Like, all
it's
right.
Awesome. Right. So much. By the way, Steve Kenobi, you missed this earlier. I'm going to bring this back up. This Indonesian woman says a gust of wind made her pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. How about that, Stieg? The wind did it. Woo.
Do we know where Earth and Fire were at the time?
Probably. I don't know. Well, Earth, we are here. Fire, I don't know. That might be on Venus. Thank you, Stieg. I love that. I need a clip of you saying that. That would be amazing. But the last thing that I want to talk about before we wrap it up, this fucking shit show with Mr. Potato Head. So this came out hours ago, earlier today. Hasbro is, and they had a whole Twitter thread on this shit. Hasbro is rebranding Mr. Potato Head by dropping the Mr. from the name. Here's why the iconic toy is evolving after 70 years of success. Mr. Potato Head debuted in 1952, blah, blah, blah. And they had families and shit. 2012, they celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary, which is these are fucking toys. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head with a box set featuring the couple. Now the brand wants to stop leaning so heavily into this traditional family structure. The brand's solution to drop the gendered honorific titles Mr. and Mrs. means the toys don't impose a fixed notion of gender or expression, freeing kids to do whatever feels most natural to them. You know, you could do that with a Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head. You just need the parts and it'll be fine. You could do this either way.
Oh,
you could. That's
built in already.
In recent years, some heritage brands have evolved to keep up with the values of many of today's parents. Really? Starting this fall, Hasbro's Potato Head will give kids a blank slate to create same-sex families or single-parent families. You know what? I have a Mr. Potato Head over there, just right up there. Thank you to Shellback, who got that for me over a year ago. Actually, more than that. But you can just get parts and make whatever fucking potato heads you want. I thought that it was always optional.
Well, there was an update to this story, and you know that might complicate things a little bit because their explanation that came out seemed a bit more reasonable than what the articles are suggesting. Because when they started putting this out, it sounds horrifying that they're so proud that they're taking away Mr. Potato Head. But what the company came out and said, and it could be them backtracking because of the massive backlash, is they were doing it because it's like a rebranding effort on the umbrella part. So the toys, Mr. Potato Head is still Mr. Potato Head. Same with Mrs. Potato Head. It's just the entire brand line is just potato heads, which might allow for more branching off of different product SKUs. So from like a marketing perspective, that's okay.
And I just threw the link to Hasbro's response to these articles in the private chat in Twitter, so you can grab.
No, I saw that too. Was it this one?
Okay.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Perfect.
Yep. So there was an update to the story, but I would like to get your guys initial reactions. What did you initially think about this? Like, were you surprised?
Oh, I thought they were morons at first.
Right.
And it just goes along with the whole woke thing that's being shoved down everyone's throat every single day. And it was just, okay, I've had enough Twitter.
I felt the same way.
And they came out with a response right away. So I don't know which one was the truth. If they originally planned to do it and then walked it backwards.
So this was at like noon.
They moonwalked on it, dude, because it's the same thing Coca-Cola was trying to do. See, Quartering calls it out. Roll down.
Damage control.
That's right.
They said hold that tot. Making a bunch of puns, I guess. Your main spud, Mr. Potato Head, isn't going anywhere. While it was announced today that the Potato Head brand name and logo are dropping the Mr. Yam. I don't know if that's a pun or if
it is. Yam. Yeah, it's another root vegetable.
I wasn't sure, but I figured it was.
Let's see. Hold that tot. Potato reference. Your main spud, potato
Yam.
reference.
I figured. I wasn't sure about that one, but your main spud and like Todd, I got those. Yeah, okay, whatever. Proud to confirm that Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head aren't going anywhere and will remain Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. So they saw the backlash and they were like, well, yeah, we're not going to do that. But to be honest,
Hasbro's been getting Hasbro's been getting their ass kicked lately. I mean, they really have. And I mean, and they're doing all they can to try to bring things back. I mean, consider this: they're losing like their best-selling toys for anything that they get out of Disney right now because Disney's doing such major fuck-ups with everything. I mean, they absolutely need things that work. And since the Toy Story films, the Mr. Potato Head stuff now works. So just keep that in mind. I mean, these corporations are starting to see a massive wave of informed people starting to kick them back in the sack. So this is going to keep going. We're going to continue to get whistleblowers like the Coca-Cola person that's going to be like, they're trying to pass this crap here. They're trying to pass this crap here. And those corporations don't want that kind of flack. Because now that they're starting to learn that there's this tiny little, like this infinitesimally small group of humans that are driving this train, it's going to come to a head.
Now, do they know that though? Like, do they really know that's only a small fraction?
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, but here's the problem. They want to be on the side of the virtuous. They want to be presented positively in the media. That's what this all comes down to, because all of the media, I'm about to say bad political words on the channel. All of these people in PR right now have a political mindset, right? And they came out and told you about it the other day directly. When about the Gina Carano thing, is you have to respond towards the leftist thing, who respond based on their feelings, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I know marketing's the same way, at least most of marketing, which is one of the big issues.
But see, you have to be what's happening here. Yeah. Oh my God.
Mixed potato head.
leave it to another Aussie to come up with a good thing. Yeah, they got their Mickey Sam. I love you guys. You're great.
Mashed potato head. What? Some people I think said either in the chat or like in the comment section. Like, I remember when I was at the time where you had to buy your own potato for this. Oh God. Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting. Okay. I'll read the super chat. Thank you, Tommy, for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to splatter that bullshit button and leak this stream till it runs dry. Absolutely. Thank you, Tommy, for the super chat, and definitely make sure to splatter the bullshit button, that like button, and leak this stream till it dries. Yes, spread it around. Thank you, Steak Mr. Pronoun Had. All right. Have a good night, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and being awesome. But I feel like Culture, I don't know if you're still there, but I thought, you were on a roll there, and I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, well, I could fill in for a little bit just from the marketing side of things, because I know for a fact that what ended up happening in the whole industry is this kind of woke nonsense started to rise up in marketing graduates, and they all are based in the East and West Coast, and they are very heavy online. So all of them are stuck on Twitter, and they're all retweeting and talking to each other, which ended up creating their own little echo chamber. And they kind of started to believe that Twitter was representation of the broader spectrum of people in the US and the rest of the world. And this ended up pushing them towards all this external nonsense and pushing it out there, because they're getting this continuous feedback loop from their own feeds and from the people that are on Twitter. But it's only about like 20% of people actually have Twitter, and 80% of all tweets come from 10% of the people that are on Twitter itself. And they are all, not all, sorry, out of that 10%, it is very highly skewed to one side. And so they ended up starting to push this into marketing, and now there's the backlash as regular people recede. Was that coherent?
I hadn't thought about that it's all the marketing people. That makes sense why it's so heavy on like Twitter and online, because that's their whole jam.
Yeah, and they're all, not all, but most are friends, and many of these places, especially the big ones, are based right in New York, where they're all talking to each other about ideas, doing lunch, and it spiraled from there. And you can see this, especially if you go through all the different marketing campaigns through the year, how it's really spiraled and picked up speed as more and more, well, especially as they gained more power, because they were pretty small when it started, but now they're starting to run things and hiring people that think the same way.
Yeah, that creates something that we call an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Well, and it's massive now. I mean, and it's continuing to happen across the corporate world. And you know, the minute you see a company hire an inclusivity and diversity person, you know they're fucked. You might as well just sign it off. In fact, at this point, if investors aren't paying attention to the corporations that have those, they're not paying attention, and they should be, because every single time that happens, the company changes tack so completely that it eliminates opportunities for a conversation, and it usually ends up, you know, driving the company backward. And that's what's happening in all these corporations.
That's what I don't understand. You can see the results of exactly what you're talking about repeated over and over, but it's not being stopped. You know, all these companies are announcing it.
Well, that's true, but in Disney not only did that, they doubled down on it. They added a key, something that they hadn't done in a very long time, and something that's absolutely repulsive. And then turned around and you know, they continue to lose money. They're telling you that they're going to continue to lose money, and their stock price goes up. And I know, you know, there are people that are invested in Disney, in some in the chat that I know personally, that, you know, that's a good thing for. But at the same time, you know, it's a bad thing for the company overall, because eventually people are going to realize just how overvalued Disney as a corporation is and bail. And then where are you? Right? I mean, people's stock portfolios are tied up in these corporations, you know, and, you know, that's why they're moving as quickly as they can to stakeholder credit, right? So that they can, you know, get by with a lot of this stuff, which, you know, is essentially just another way of, you know, it's the corporate version of social credits, which, you know, they're going to start doing here in the United States. Guys, the playbook's being run right now. You need to pay close attention. And I didn't mean to take the stream this direction, but this is happening in real time. So
I just don't see it stopping anytime soon, unless I don't know what's going to take for it to change. But you know,
money. Okay, at least that's where I see it. But I know
money
there are
talk.
Billionaires like funding these things. But how long can they keep, you know, just burning money? You know, they're propping up several companies just to have this go through. They can't do that forever. And they're losing sales.
Yeah. Well, again, the only way to really vote is with your wallet, you know, in these kind of situations. We're going to wrap it up here, and we're going to start closing everything out. But thank you, everyone who's shown up today for the 69th stream. Yeah, maybe when hell freezes over, Disney will go bankrupt. They still have that bottomless pit full of money for now, but we'll see what happens.
Just wait till the next quarterly comes out. It's going to look bad.
There's my favorite clip. Your favorite clip of mine, Justin. I have it if you want to.
Oh God!
It's up to you. I know how much you love it.
No, I'm not doing that. Oh, you know, fine.
All right.
Thank you. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to see. Kai, tell the people what you got going on.
I'm kind of taking a hiatus on my game right now, but I'm starting to do animation streams on the Gaming Lounge and on my channel. So oh wait, let me stop the sharing there. So tune into the Gaming Lounge for I'm doing action animations, and I'm going into what animation is, how it works, etc., to kind of demystify it. Movies have like behind the scenes stuff. Video games, not as much. So that's why I'm doing that. But I also got my book, If You Like Sci-Fi, and that's all I got right now. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mr. YetiCast, the abominable snowman himself.
On Saturday, I've got a stream. This week, it's at 1 Pacific Standard Time with my co-host Latino Slant, and we are going over a couple really bad movies. This week, it's Dungeons & Dragons and The Last Airbender.
Oh my God. You're watching The Last Airbender?
Yep.
No! No!
Yep. And this week we're testing whether or not Jane Theory and Geeky Pixie will still talk to us after we force them to watch these movies and talk about it. That's always an amazing stream. It's lots of fun, so come watch. And then on Monday, we have the newly titled Raiders of the Lost Art, where myself, Fat Steven, Pop Culture Minefield, and the Script Doctor just go over everything movies and pop culture related and kind of go off the rails and just have a good time.
All right.
That's about it.
Well, speaking of a good time, Lyndon, tell the people what you got going on. You just recently passed 500 subscribers, so congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on too, man.
Yeah.
Fun show. What have I got? Well, Full Aussie. Well, what is it for you guys? Saturday mornings, Saturday night for us. I just did a video about Disney's. Over here, we got a new tab for the MA/R-rated movies and shows from the Fox library that Disney's brought in, which is pretty good. And yeah, what else is there? Footy's going to start soon, Australian football, so I'll be doing those streams. And check out Twitch for gaming and sub to my channel.
Yep, and the link is in the description below. So definitely go check that out. And if you ever are disappointed on the Full Aussie where you never hear Lyndon talk, you can check out his channel where he talks maybe too much. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely. Go check it out if you ever want to know what he sounds like, or just listen to the stream. So yeah, I'm glad to have had you on and to have had your insights. You're a good man.
Thank you.
And Culture Casino or Mike Zero.
Hello, everybody. This is Discount Mike Zero. Also, just here to talk about my good buddy Culture Casino, and I appreciate your kind support for his channel and also for my channel and for Star Wars in general. For all your future Star Wars content, be sure to check out Discount Mike Zero, Culture Casino. Oh, and of course, he always covers amazing things like pop culture and entertainment and things that aren't really Star Wars. If you want to find out things from the future, check me out. I'm Mike Zero. And otherwise, check out another great creator in Discount Stephen Walton, who has a book and apparently takes his shirt off. So everybody have a great day, and subscribe to Lyndon Hall and YetiCast. Thank you.
Sound like a mixture of Kermit the Frog and Mike Zero. It's like, make sure you subscribe for future Star Wars content. Everyone, that was the 69th This Week in Bullshit stream. Thank you for joining me. You can always catch me every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You will find me on Park Hoppin' again, and that fucking, oh my God, stop it, Culture Casino. This is disgusting.
That's not me. It's not me, bro. Not me.
Who's doing that? Oh, that was Lyndon. That was Lyndon. He just left. It's all good. Make sure you subscribe to everyone who is on here today. And as always, have a great fucking day, everybody. Peace and love.
69, dudes!
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Well, thanks to the lame-ass security, I'm going home.